As promised this morning, I'm gonna show you guys something really cool. First off, ooh, look how big this box is, dude. BRZ wheels showed up. I'm stoked. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna open them because I genuinely want to open them on camera in front of you guys. I can't wait. It's gonna be like a month before I get to open these. I don't know how I'm supposed to make it a month. Anyways, November 10th at 1 p.m. we're having a merch drop that is just like 2 days after we get back from SEMA. So we are gonna have hats go live. We have the black hats, we have burgundy hats. I think we actually have a couple t-shirts and stuff, but the big thing for this drop is the new Committed Crew hoodies. You can't tell me this is not hot. This is like, I don't know how it looks on camera, it's kind of poorly lit down here. I'm not a big, like, bright color kind of guy, but something about these hoodies is just unreal. Yellow with the black stitching, just to kind of celebrate Jasmine being done phase 2, finally being like complete and looking dope. And we have an extremely limited quantity of these. I got like 13 boxes dropped off the other day of merch, and only 2 of them were those yellow hoodies. It's also one of those things where like I would never buy a yellow hoodie, but because the Civic's yellow, I feel like it makes it that much cooler. Civic wheels, I actually sold to one of you guys, which is super cool. People have been asking me non-stop what I'm doing with those ever since I put new ones on there, and even since I mentioned I got new ones, so now you guys know they've been sold, but they haven't sold to a subscriber, which is cool. And honestly, I think the BRZ wheels are gonna be for sale also. This engine's for sale. I got a bunch of shit that's gonna be for sale. Like I have too much stuff piling up, which I also feel like is how I start like every single video, by just saying that I have too much stuff. Anyways, I did something I said I wasn't gonna do the other day, and I started a TikTok. When Vine was a thing, I absolutely love Vine. So when TikTok came around, everybody was like, ugh, it's like the new super. Everybody was like super against it. And then I downloaded it, and then I got addicted to it, and then I made one. Go follow me on TikTok, we're gonna have some fun. So this morning we have a package for the LS that can literally only be full of happiness. This package is from s10v8.com. Like literally, the website says it all. If you're trying to do an LS swap, I went on there, they have full conversion kits, they have literally everything on that website. It just makes sense. Why would you not be on that site if you're doing an S10 V8 swap? You know? Now that we are finally ready to make some progress on the S10, it is time to open this baby up. All right, I'm just gonna start pulling stuff in. You know what, let's just unload this whole box and then I'll show you guys what we got. Box, paper, more paper. First off, we got some new headers. When you're doing the V8 swaps in the S10, ooh, are these marked up there? I love when there's a good badge on a set of headers. Patriot exhaust products. We got a set of headers for the LS, because when you're doing the LS swap in the S10, there's really not a lot of room for the stock headers. So these ones, they just stick nice and tight to the engine. And then these ones are specifically meant to be paired with the motor mounts that they send out. It also comes with, obviously, some gaskets. And we got 2 boxes. I'm not sure if this is a mount each, or what's in here actually. To be honest with you, I don't really know. Okay, so we got Weststar engine mounts. And what is this guy? Oh, that's probably like a plate to put the mount to. So what's in here? That's both motor mounts. Oh, yo, that's actually sick. I didn't even realize it came with this. It's actually like such a good hookup. I was planning on having to do this ourselves. This is cool. Studs to obviously install the headers. Obviously we're gonna need a lot more to get it in there, but I just wanna start. Like I said, something about the S10 has just like kind of dwindled around. I haven't started it, and I haven't put as much effort into it as I wanted to, mainly because we got a Karma kit for the BRZ, and like the Civic was going nuts, and I kind of just didn't put enough time and effort into this. We have a bunch of parts on their way right now, but today we're gonna start with this stuff. Now this is just like putting your car on jacks. Before you take the chain off, make sure you give everything a nice Little wiggle, make sure it's not going anywhere. I have this engine stand. I got this given to me, so I'm never gonna complain about that. Derek, thank you. This thing does great, but even with like the Civic motor and the 240 motor, it kind of always looks like it's leaning. It's put together right, everything's tight. It's just simple. Like, just look at it. It's just a very basic engine stand. LS is a big boy, so I was like, all right, when we do this LS swap, we're gonna need an engine stand that gives me confidence. Not that the other one couldn't do it, maybe it would, but this one much more confidently holds this thing. Like, look how upright and just like, it just looks so good, dude. It just looks like proper and normal, and it has little extra support bracings, and this one's way cooler. Instead of popping the pin to rotate it, you literally can just grab this handle and rotate the whole motor back and forth, which is cool. This thing is very nice. I'll leave a link to it down below. It's another Eastwood product, you guys know. I love a good Eastwood product. Now, I've never really talked about my plan for the LS. We just kind of picked it up and I was like, yo, we'll put an LS in the S10. That was kind of it. I keep telling you guys I want to boost it and I want to do a bunch of stuff, but I just kind of want to give you guys a quick overview of what I think we're going to be doing with this motor. There we go. So I guess everybody has like different things you could do. Everybody would have their own way they want to go about it. This is what I think is going to work best and what I want to do for my build. It's like a medium mileage motor. It should do everything we need it to super reliably. Like their LSs are just good motors. This thing should be absolutely fine, but what I want to do is I would love to boost this thing. Like, we are gonna boost this motor. We're gonna make this truck just a crazy, crazy beast. But what I want to do first is I want to get a transmission. I want to get this set up the way it is, just kind of bone stock, drop it in the truck, get everything done, and make sure it works. I'm willing to do the work when it's inside the truck, which may be a little bit harder, but I'll know that the swap was done correctly, everything is done correctly, it works, it runs. And then if we start trying to boost it and go with it and stuff's not working, I know it's my fault, not the motor's fault. I just don't want to be in like a rat race where I don't know why things aren't working and what's going on. So that's the game plan for this. That being said, there's not much we have to do to it to get it in there. We have to put on new headers, new motor mounts. I'm gonna try and see if this power steering, if I could just connect the lines to that power steering pump, because I don't know why this pump, I don't know why this pump wouldn't be able to run this power steering box thing. Alright, let's see. Hopefully I'll be able to get this without having to use like a bolt extractor. It's like a really common thing that these studs break off in these blocks. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. So I think this is the correct way down towards the mount, and I googled a quick photo of it and that's what it looked like it was. You have a nice little adjuster too, so you can like slide it around so you can make sure your engine lined up, which is kind of nice. Also, I'm noticing right now that I'm like down here because the motor's always been really low since we got it. This thing has a dirty oil pan leak, like just a dirty leak. The whole motor obviously needs a good cleaning, but like the oil pan definitely needs a new gasket. Honestly, I also might need an entire new oil pan for this. I might not, but it might just be easier just to get a new oil pan anyways. So I don't know if I'm gonna go out and get a gasket for this or if I'm just gonna wait and go get another one. This thing also has like a block heater, which is cool, but I'm gonna remove that probably because I don't need a block heater. And it's just an extra chunky ass wire for no reason. Oh, this header should fit perfectly right there. That's actually weird. We actually have to remove this block heater. That's so weird that I was just talking about that. It literally won't fit with the block heater there. Look how much tighter these things are. I'm gonna try and set you guys up right here so you guys can see. I had no idea like just how extreme they were. I thought it would just be like a little bit. Hopefully this is a good angle for you guys to see. Look where this sits, like look where the exhaust there's like a big gap right here and this comes out over here. And then look at this, dude. This is so much tighter. Like it literally just cuddles the block. Okay, I just gotta come around and hit these with a torque bar, make sure that they're all set at the right thing. But something I noticed right away was that I've never dealt with coil packs before. This is kind of cool, I'm excited. I know it's literally nothing, but I've never dealt with coil packs. I've only dealt with like regular distributors and stuff like that. I don't know how easy this problem is gonna be to fix. This one fits, it's touching the header, like it's full out resting on it. I don't know if that'll melt it. I feel like it might. And then this one just doesn't even line up at all. This one, I can't even get it in. So I don't know if there's different like sizes. Maybe I can get a shorter one of these. I'm not sure. I honestly have no idea. Like I'm saying, I don't know anything about coil packs. So I don't know if I could just like pop this. Does this pop off? Okay, so like I don't know if I get just like a shorter one. Maybe you guys will know. Now we just gotta put this one on here, kind of like this. This side, they all seem to be fitting fine, which is good. I don't know why the other side's giving me the issue in one spot. And then I also just bolted up the rest of this pipe here with the O2 sensor port, just so I don't lose any of this stuff, so that it all stays where it needs to be. So I'm not gonna say these things are like a crazy power game, but just going from like the cast ones to these ones are at least 10, 15 horsepower, which is cool. So we're already starting off in the right direction. While we're doing all this today, we may as well, I think these are exactly the same. These guys, these are literally identical, which is cool, because these are like just a straight drop in. At least that's what I thought before I did that stupid little trick. I've been doing this for an hour and a half, because basically I didn't Google anything, I just tried to figure it out by myself, which worked, but I probably could have done it faster if I didn't. Dude, this is stupid. This is like, a lot of things I'm like, yeah, this is dumb, but this is like actually one of the stupidest designs I've literally ever seen in my life. So to take the motor mount off, normally you think you would just hit it with some power. Apparently the 4-cylinder you can, and the newer V6 you can, but this V6 you can't because they did it a stupid way. Anyway, you think you could just hit this with an impact and just pop it right off, but no. What they did was they put a friggin' nut and bolt on there, but the bolt is under or above the upper control arm. So I literally had to take this entire thing apart, and you literally have to stick your arm up in that hole, like up inside this. You can see one of the nuts. And that one that you just saw is this one. This one is like literally maxed out in the top corner. And then I was like super hyped about doing that little edit where I slammed it down, and then as soon as I turned the camera off, I realized what I did to myself. I was like, oh man. Mainly because today's Halloween and Courtney's working late, so like I gotta hand out candy now because we finally graduated from living downstairs like we did last year. Now we have an upstairs, so we have a door. People are gonna come knock at it. So like, I gotta give the kids candy. As long as I can pump this out pretty quick, I'll be happy. This one took forever because I was figuring it out. Let's see how fast I get this done, safely. All right, ready? Go. 37 minutes. That's actually not terrible. It wasn't as fast as I wanted it to be, but it was faster than the last time. There's just so many bolts that are like super seized on there. They're so hard to get to. And especially like in here, you can't get like any air tools or power tools or anything. You literally have to do it by hand. Like that one probably took me 10 minutes just by itself. All that for a motor mount. GM, thank you. Thank you for being dumb. Honestly, I probably could have just left the old ones. They're literally identical motor mounts. These ones are just aftermarket. But it's one of those things where like the old ones are obviously very old. They had over 300,000 kilometers on them. So if I'm gonna do all this work, why not just go the extra step? Did I have dirt on my face? So I did it. Went the extra 2.5 hours on this just to install new motor mounts. I was planning on ending this video by me just kind of going around and cleaning this up because it looks dirty, but like it's not that bad. Even if you just take like literally just a tiny little piece of paper towel and you wipe it, like, look at that. Dude, that's gonna look sick. It's just covered in dirty shit from being inside of a truck for like over 10 years, right? This whole thing can be beautiful. So I'm gonna have to go and polish it up, but I'm gonna have to do that on another day because now it's like 6. Courtney's gonna be off work soon. I think it's time that we do adulting and we hand out candy to kids. So I did some research on a couple other things, and actually the gas tank, I can't just relocate. It actually doesn't really fit nicely anywhere else. You can make it fit, but it's not perfect. So what you do is you get the blazer tank, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you get a blazer tank and it's like thinner and narrower, and you can just kind of put it right there. So that's probably something I'm gonna start looking into. I'm gonna try and start making this. I wanna get this thing on the road as soon as we can. Like I don't want it sitting around. So there will be no more games. There will be strictly having fun with this. Gas tank, diff. You guys know I tell you guys this all the time. I'm a little bummed that I have to go do this right now and I can't just keep working on my car, but so I'm gonna have to come back in here tonight and clean because like I didn't even have a chance to do that. But let me guys know anything that you think should be done also. Like I'm saying, I kind of want to do the oil pan. I kind of want to do a couple things. Let me know your input because you guys, there's people out there that know a lot more than me. Like I tell you guys, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Make sure you mark November 10th for merch drop and stay committed.